Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well out there. Today we got ourselves another music show from our Newburyport studios in the house out of Concord, New Hampshire. Lou.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going, but we might as well just ride. Singing this old song together, waiting for the ride. I don't know where we're going, but we might as well just ride. Singing this old song together, waiting for sunshine. People nowadays just be getting so insane. Darling, I just wanna make you switch the lane. So hey, hey, well, what we gotta say? And I said, hey, hey, oh, going our ways. Well, we wait for the sunrise to pick it up again. Well, I don't know where we're going, but we might as well just ride. Singing this old song together, waiting for the sunshine. And while we go, while we do, might as well sing the tunes. And everyone's just so crazy, darling, I wanna be with you. And I said, hey, hey, what do you got to say? I said, hey, hey, we're going our ways. I just want to climb to the top, then see the stars shine. Because I like that sparkles from the glimpse of your beautiful eyes. I said, hey, hey, what do you got to say? I said, hey, hey, why do we go to waste? Well, people are so crazy. I wanna slow things down a bit. People saying this and that, making up those things. Well, it's funny how the sun always shines, and the moonlight lights up the lane. Well, the fall comes so fast in New England, I don't mind the change. 'Cause I don't mind wrapping up close to you, but it gets a little cold. Woo! Still waking up, man. Still waking
Hey,
up.
Lou in the house. Very nice, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Great to be back, man.
Yeah,
Great
good to
be
see
back.
you again. I like that little song there.
Oh, thanks,
I
man.
had not heard that one.
So
That's good.
It's kind of like a new one.
The new one. All right, very good.
Yeah.
How new?
Kind of improvised.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I kind of was singing on the ride down to here.
Really? No kidding.
Yeah.
You do a lot of that, man. I remember
I
that from
do.
our last time on. When was the last time? You
It
remember?
was like last year.
Wow, it's been that long?
10, almost, I think it was 10 months ago, actually.
Wow.
I was trying to scroll on your YouTube, and I was like, I kind of lost track. 'Cause I was like,
There's a lot of shows there.
you guys are busy, man.
Yeah, we do pretty good.
That's good, though. That's
It is good.
You're
Yeah,
a busy
man.
guy in general, too.
It's good to be busy, right?
Yeah.
Well, sound great, man. It's good to see you look great.
It's
Life
better
is
than looking
good.
like crap.
Well, yeah, it is true. That's very true. Life is good with you. What's new since last time we saw you?
Jeez, I mean, really, I've been working. I teach now, so I teach
okay.
music. So I teach vocal, guitar, piano, ukulele, the whole nine
Up in New
yards.
Hampshire?
Up in New Hampshire, Cow Hampshire. That's where I do
yeah.
it. Which now that people say that to me, I've realized there's a lot of cows and farms in New Hampshire.
There are, yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you're going down the highway, like, what's that?
A lot of them in Massachusetts too. I came up through ended up coming up through like Topsfield, Hamilton
Topsfield,
area
yeah.
today, and they get a lot of them there too.
Yeah,
And Newburyport. There's farms here too.
I love Newburyport.
I
man.
do, too.
I've said that to you
Yeah.
before. It's like sanctuary.
It is. It is a great little
Yeah.
city. So you playing out a lot still?
Yeah, so I've
Yeah.
been playing out. I mean, it's definitely kind of dwindled down a little bit just
Yeah.
because I've been kind of taking like a break with like Next year I'm getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, so to my fiance. So, and we're kind of like, we've been living in apartments for like 8 years, and we're just like, we want to have a house. And, you know, before you get the house, you're like, well, we should probably get married, and then we should probably line it all up and everything. So, you know,
so you put a plan together.
Yeah. So with that, you know, I was like, well, I mean, I was doing the gigs and everything, and then I was just like, you know what, I kind of want to get like a normal-esque job, just to kind of wind down a little bit.
Yep.
Because I was going kind of down a dark path, you know, not just gigging, and just like during the days I just do nothing but drink.
Yeah, that can get like hard, right? Because it is weird when you're working hours. It's like a real. I mean, it doesn't always have to be whatever your vice is, but I mean, it can be. Everybody has their own thing, but it's like people do struggle when they work in those off hours and sleeping off hours.
Oh yeah, and
sleeping when the sun's out. It messes with you, right?
It messes with you a little bit. And working in like the restaurants and the bars, and everyone around you is always drinking. You're like, you know, and people always tip me, you know, an alcoholic beverage every now and then. And every now and then turn to a regular occurrence. And then I find myself grabbing like a 6-pack at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, wow.
That is funny. You know, it's not funny, but it's like one of those. I don't want to say it's like a dark side. It's something that's so out there in the open. Like you go see somebody play, everybody's doing that when you go to these, bars and restaurants, and it is a part of nightlife. But it's like, it is kind of I know so many musicians that battle that, like so many.
So it's literally hand in hand. You know, every time I tell people I'm a musician, they're like, "You're a musician?" Hey, my guy. Yeah. What's that supposed to be?
Right. But it's almost like something people should talk about more, because it is like a.
It is.
Like I know people that one of my buddies I remember telling me, he's like, you know what I do, because everybody does what you just said. It's like tipped drinks. Like I don't really. I don't need to be tipped drinks. Like I don't want that.
I'd rather people follow me on Facebook.
Exactly.
Now.
Yeah. That's what he says.
Yeah.
But he was telling me, he's like, if I just have like a glass of something in my hand, whether it be water or a soda or something, like as long as I have something, like people don't do it. He's like, it's that act of having it.
It's like Dean Martin, and it's funny that you've mentioned that, because that's something that I do now. Like I'll go to some bars and I'll be like, hey, just give me like a glass of Coke with a straw in it. Yeah. Put a lime, or I don't know, like with Pepsi, put a lime in it, makes it look like a rum and Coke or something like that. Yeah. And it's nice, because people don't really. It's kind of like that act in a way, but people still are like, hey, you're getting low on your drink. No, I'm not. I'm fine.
Just listen to the music.
Yeah. So there was like, I think that was like when I was like, I kind of want to get a job and everything, and not really like a real job. Like I work in a music store over in Concord called
That's a real job.
Yeah, called Strings and Things. It's a real job for me, but it's definitely right up my alley, where it doesn't feel like work, but it's nice to just get out, socialize, and do that, and just. You
like teach kids? They come in?
Yeah. So I've been so my students range from ages 6 to 80 years old. So you're never
to 80.
Yeah. I have 2 students that are like 70 and 80 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just picking it up for the first time?
Yeah, just picking it up.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, they're the most inspirational people too. Like it's just like you're never too. It just shows you're never too old. You can always do whatever you want to do.
Do you know how many people I forget how old you are, but I'm 27. Yeah, I'm older than you. But do you know how many people my age, like the 36, that I hear all the time, like, I wish I started playing. And I'm like, well, start.
Yeah, do it. It's easy.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, as long as you practice, like, it was funny, me and another teacher were talking, where it was just like, if you practice, like, as an adult, like 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day, you'll get somewhere. You will.
Yeah, you know what I think maybe you remember, it's hard to remember because you first start, but like, it's the fingers, right?
Oh my God.
Because you do kind of have to toughen them up, and those first few weeks can be hard.
I always have to talk. I can see this when my students are like wincing in pain. I'm like, all right, let's stop on the A minor chord. Let's go to a different one.
And there's no like, like in like tennis. I teach tennis a little bit, and it's. There's like bigger, softer balls for kids, and like it's good for a lot of reasons. One, eye coordination, but also easier on the wrist.
Right.
But there's not like that for guitar, really. There's not like the softer strings.
The only thing is that you have a nylon string, so like that's like like I actually had a student that was like his hands like would not. He was like an older guy, and his hands wouldn't fit like a normal acoustic guitar. Yeah. And I was like, bear with me 1 minute. I run to the other room and I grab a nylon. I'm like, I put it in his hands, and it was like. I felt like Ollivander in like the wand shop of Harry Potter, where it's like the light like literally like shined around. I'm like, oh,
oh. He was like, oh my God, I can play guitar. And I'm like, I found you the right guitar, my friend.
That is perfect. That is great.
It's made with phoenix hair.
Was that the 70 or 80-year-old? Or?
Yeah, that was like the 70-year-old. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's a really nice guy, and he, believe it or not, now he plays the nylon.
Wow, that is great.
Yeah.
Do you find the teaching rewarding though in general?
I love teaching. I really do. I mean, I have a family, but like my family, we're very distant. Like my sister is 6 years older than me.
Gotcha.
My family and I, we don't talk much. So for me, there was a sense of like, it was weird how it showed up, because like I was telling my fiance at the time, like I feel like I either want a kid or I just want a family. Like I really want that.
Yeah.
And then I got this job.
You freaked her out, didn't you?
No, she was like, it was not. She was actually the one that was kind of getting me on board, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm ready for one. I think I could go for it.
Remember that plan you guys had? It was house first.
Now I'm inching the goldfish to her. You know?
Yeah,
I'm
nice.
inching dogs or something like that.
That is
because
funny.
now that I've been a teacher, I'm like, yeah, it's I can wait.
Yeah.
I have that sense of family, but like I'll have a kid that comes in and just like stinky feet and takes his shoes off, and I'm like, oh my God. Why?
It's funny. The goldfish. I heard a goldfish story today. It's wild. Some landlord and we're talking apartments too, so this is kind of funny. What landlord was trying to charge a woman a pet like $150 fee for a goldfish.
What?
A goldfish.
What?
Yeah. I think it was in London or something.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah.
Was,
there's a lot of that. I mean, in Concord, where I'm from, there's a lot of like they just made it so you can have like dogs.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, but it's also a really bad thing.
And your apartment.
Yeah. No, and we have a cat. We have a Maine Coon. So
Yeah.
he's a big dog like cat.
Dog like cat.
But, and we take really good care of him. He's happy, but like I think the dogs in apartments is kind of a no-go, just because I can't tell you how many people don't know how to properly take care of an animal.
Yeah.
And when I walked through my apartment building, I mean, at first you'd smell like other people's cooking, kind of like from Austin Powers, like.
Yeah.
But now it's like you just smell like just urine and everything, and it's just like getting to a really. That's why we want to kind of move out. We're just we're getting tired of this. It's time to grow up a little bit.
Nothing worse than like the poorly taken.
You feel bad, you know, like, and you see that
people still leave like dogs in like cars in the summertime.
Blows my mind.
Like, how many news stories do you have to? You just think it won't happen to your dog?
Oh
like,
my God.
It's so aggravating to me.
Yeah, you know, and I've come to that point in my life where it's like I love animals, and I love animals more than humans sometimes.
Yeah. No, definitely.
You know, and it was funny because I was watching Neil deGrasse. I think his name's Neil deGrasse, that scientist.
Oh yeah.
You know, I have all these theories.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you them all right now.
Yeah.
You know, he was talking about how animals, and dogs particularly, just like love humans, and every time you walk through the door, that's why they're so happy, is because their lives are so kind of shortened compared to us.
Yeah.
So like in just a day, it's like 2 weeks in a dog's life.
Yeah.
So like when you walk through the door, that's why that dog or your pet is just so excited. Cat's not so much. I mean, my cat could care less when I walk in.
Yeah.
He's just like, you didn't feed me. Get food, peasant. You know?
My older dog's kind of like that now. My older dog's a little bit slowing down a little bit, so he kind of I'm not going to get up for you, but it's good to see you.
That's always. What kind of dog do you have?
Big hound dog.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Those
It's
are nice
like
dogs.
he could be like 15.
Wow.
And which we were told he's really not supposed to live that long.
Hey, bigger dogs can live a good portion.
Yeah. Although but usually not. Usually.
Really?
I mean, usually if you're, I don't know. He's a big guy. Like I don't know. He was slowing down a few times in life. I've thought, even going back a couple of years.
Yep.
And like I was watching it here. Let's see. Hopefully now. And then like he just has these bounce backs.
Wow.
It's incredible.
That's a miracle right there.
Guy just
That's
keeps
awesome.
on keeping on.
Loves those treats.
Yeah, he does. He really does. My guy Henry. But yeah, he's still gonna go for the walks though, because too many treats and not enough walking. You know how that ends up.
Oh,
right?
trust me, I know. I know.
Last time we were here, we played a game here. Again, we're joined by Lou from Concord, New Hampshire.
Oh yeah, I see what's going on.
We did a. You know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You're
check
like
my
Mr. Ad-lib.
I like to ad lib, you know. I like to have fun.
A friend still calling you?
Yeah. You know.
Do a song with my name.
You know what? Write a song about my ex-girlfriend. It's like, no.
Oh yeah. What is that? Is that like a mean request? Write a mean song?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that.
Is that a real request? Somebody's done that?
Write a song about my girlfriend. I've had that before, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Do you really want me to write a song about your girlfriend?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna go home and try to take the song? A couple months down the road, be like, hey, honey, happy anniversary. Wrote you a song.
That is funny. Unless it's like a really cool name, and then you're like, I could write a song about that name.
That I would do.
Yeah. Although all those are kind of taken already, aren't they?
Ophelia, Lumineers. Come on, Lumineers. Why'd you have to take every name?
They took Ophelia.
They took everything. Angela, all the good names.
Police took Roxanne.
Which is every time I meet a Roxanne,
Yeah.
I'm always singing that song. Roxanne.
Yeah, me too.
Or Sherry.
Yeah. You know what? I have a take on Police and the Sting, right? And it hasn't been a very popular take, but I have heard people that agree with me. I actually prefer Sting's solo stuff than the Police.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you there.
Would you?
Yeah. But you want to know what the weird thing is I'm noticing? Is it breaks my heart, but a lot of these, like I was watching AC/DC on YouTube the other day, and it was like their most recent tour, and it's just like there's not much left to them. There's really, you know what I mean? We're really getting to this pivot point, and the next 10 years, we're gonna start to see like a lot of our favorite musicians just stop entirely, whether they go on to the great beyond or they're just like too old, can't do it.
2 hours ago, I had this exact conversation because a guy who's older than me, I work with, said there was a Springsteen thing because he was talking about his health issue.
Yep.
And he had released a statement, and we were just, there's the Bruce statement on the TV, and he goes, man, when he goes and like Keith and the Stones, and those guys, like, not much left.
No.
And it's but there's a whole new generation waiting to pick it up, like the Jason Isbells of the world.
Right. Me and my fiance were talking about it. We were saying like, she brought it up to me, and she was like, rock music, classic rock, in particular, not punk rock, not like country rock. I'm talking like classic, like AC/DC classic rock.
Yes.
She was saying that like this stuff is going to die out. Like if no musician starts bringing that kind of back up, it's just going to dwindle out.
Yeah, once you start talking like AC/DC and stuff, that kind of genre is different.
It's so different.
There's not much, I don't hear much of that.
Well, you got to think about it, too, that times changed, like all that stuff that they're singing about, you can't really sing it like, look at Aerosmith Suck on My Big Tent.
Yeah, right.
Which for a lot of people, and I'm sorry if you're listening, but that's not what you think it is. It's a 10-inch EP. Yeah. So like, there's things where it's like those double entendres or the things they would sing about entirely, is rock and roll.
Yeah.
So I can't really say some of the things that they write about on the radio.
Well, but that happens with all music anyway, though. It's like certain things that you go out of style, or that happens.
Look at Tom Petty. Even though his music is nowhere near dwindling out. But they wouldn't even play Mary Jane's Last Dance because of he mentioned like a rolled up something.
Yeah.
And here's Cardi B on the radio, just taking the nation.
Yeah.
And it's like you stop and you wonder. You're like, wait a minute, where are we going?
Yeah.
Like, where are we actually going? Are we trying to go this complete way where it's like we're teaching our kids like this kind of morals, or do we want to go back a little bit? And
the Stones took Brown Sugar out of their repertoire.
Yeah.
I think I've heard Mick talk about that. It is about a black woman, and he goes, and at the time I remember singing about it, and it was just about this beautiful black woman. And that's how in our head we always thought about it. But now thinking about it, some of the words probably don't work in 2023.
Oh yeah. There was a song, I forget which I heard. I forget when I heard it, which one it was, but it's a very popular song. And the beginning of the verse, it was from like the 70s, and it was like, when she's 16.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Okay, but if we're gonna get really picky, then can we just get on Sweet Caroline?
Oh yeah.
Because that's go read about that one.
Yeah,
While you're singing, and as the Red Sox are down 12.
Oh my God, I could talk about this all day, dude. This is like, I love like lyrics of like the past and everything. Like Mac the Knife. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Mac the Knife. I do a bunch of like Frank Sinatra. I impersonate Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. That's like another bit.
I don't think I've heard that.
So I do like shows all across New Hampshire where I dress up like them and I sing like Mike Bublé, Frank Sinatra, and Dean Martin. And someone requested Mac the Knife, and I was like, sure, I know that. So I pull it up and I start singing Mac the Knife, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, this song's about murdering people. And when you watch the video, it's literally like he's sitting there all snappy, happy. And this is the most eeriest song. It's pretty dark.
Man.
Great song. Love it. But it's like one of those ones where you're like...
Is that a common request?
Yeah, believe it or not, that is a very common request. Yeah, especially with the jazz stuff. Like a lot of the older folks, 60 and up, they're like, "Can you play Mac the Knife?" Sure, Granny.
That's how all the 60-year-olds sound.
Usually. Can I buy you a drink? Where are you going after this?
Wait a minute, my parents are 60. They're not gonna like that very much.
Yeah, no. Usually my mom's at the shows and she's just like, "Come on."
Yeah. Man, what's the most common request?
When I'm doing the Dean Martin, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? It's when it comes to Dean Martin, it's A Mambo, the Italiano song. You know, that's a big. I'm not trying to do covers right now, but it's like the Mambo Italiano. The Frank Sinatra is always like, "Come Fly With Me," or "I Did It My Way," or "New York, New York."
Yeah.
And then when it's like Mike Bublé, it's like "Feeling Good," or "Cry Me a River." Those are like the two songs I always get asked to sing by Mike.
What is the? Is that? Do you get? I mean, you say 60 and up. Do you get younger than that, or is that mostly a very targeted audience?
It's a very targeted audience, and that's where I love that music very much. I grew up singing jazz and classical and stuff like that, and liked talking about rock and roll, and that's where this kind of segued. Is that there was a moment where I was kind of sitting in a bar, and I was like, there's never going to be someone singing that kind of music again. Yeah. Ever. The only people we had were our dads or our grandfathers that were, kind of really inching. They could barely get by because, and they're just singing the backing tracks, and it's tough. But
the older generation must love seeing a 27-year-old you though picking it up, because they're probably sitting there going, that's how that'll carry on for you.
It will. It's fun because every place is packed. So we do ticket sales, and a lot of the venues that I play at, we do ticket sales, and it's always packed out, like sold out, and people, my fiance will come and she'll bring her friends and everything like that, and they know the songs, and that's probably the youngest I see at those kind of events. Yeah. But to see, I think it warms my heart more to see the older generation kind of relax again, Yeah. Because if you got to think that they don't hear that music anymore. Yeah. They go to a restaurant and they're hearing, Cardi B or something like that, and they're just like, I'm sure they're thinking what I'm thinking, like, what's going on?
So you feel at home when you.
So it's very heartwarming to see the grandmas and stuff like that just kind of shimmy and like come up and sometimes they'll be like thank you, like they'll mouth thank you. Yep. And that I think is the most gratifying thing in the world.
Oh, that's awesome.
It really is.
Cool. Yeah. I like that one. All right. Well, so we'll segue from that to.
So let's pick a song.
Oh, okay. But we're back to the game.
And if any of the girls out there want to participate, they're more than likely to. So.
Oh, okay. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for...
Give me an idea.
Give you an idea?
Give me an idea. And I'll
colors.
What color is... I'm colorblind, so what...
Me too.
This is great.
This is perfect. Good choice, Drew. Blue.
Moving by so fast, I forget exactly where to ask. Everything's just moving so I'm not looking back. Oh, I see colors, but yet somehow I feel blue. That's what life starts to be. Oh, by the time you hit 23, it's just different shapes and colors that match along mosaics on your wall. Oh, well, I'm just staring down the bottom again. Time I hit the glass, I feel the colors start to change. Though I'm colorblind, I somehow feeling blue. Oh, as life moves by, life just moves by so fast. Look at it all. I have my friends all around me, but now I feel I'm all alone. trying to live life. They're slowly getting their own homes. Life is moving so fast, so fast, that I'm not looking at the past. All the shapes and colors, and yes, somehow feeling blue can change the shade a bit. Oh, try to lighten it up, 'cause I know that we won't ever give up. Darling, I'm starting to see different colors of blue. Change them a little bit. Oh, warm them up some more. 'Cause I know that I'm colorblind. Colors are moving fast by my eyes. I just think that I would like to see life the way it is. Put on those glasses so I can see life the way you see it. No, I don't want the glasses on my face that will correct it all. I want to see it raw. I don't care if I see any color than blue.
Very nice.
I'm gonna use that.
Blue or colorblind. I don't know what we're calling it.
I like that. It almost made me tear up.
I actually didn't realize we were doing a whole song. Look at you. You put a whole song.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I do that that's pretty much all my sets are now. I've been doing this for 20 years, so it's like I started performing when I was like 6. So it's like it comes to the point where I'm like, all right, no one's really paying attention to this.
Yeah.
I love it. It's so fun. I've been making people laugh way more at my shows.
It keeps you interested?
It makes people more interested because
Yeah.
I'll look around and no one's paying attention.
Yeah.
And I'll start to say the craziest stuff on the microphone until the one parent's like, that's inappropriate. I didn't notice he was singing that.
Or you like sing about people?
No, I more sing about myself. I like to make fun of myself.
Gotcha,
You know,
gotcha.
I get myself in really weird.
You're not like the woman with the Caesar salad.
No, there was this one time someone ordered a fish, like a fish and chips, and it walked right by me, and I was just like, whoa, what smells like fish? I don't know if it's that dish. And that's when like people are looking up like, where is he going with this?
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny. Lou from Concord, New Hampshire, in the house here, joining us on a nice fall day here in Newburyport.
It's beautiful.
It's a good time of year to be
Oh my
be around
god!
here.
I literally am like, I want to stop and go down to Newburyport and kind of street perform for a bit, but I have to go back to work.
Oh yeah, you like doing that, don't you?
I love street performing. I just never have the time to. Once it's kind of like when you get older, you can't do the things that you normally used to do. But
Do you ever still busk for fun?
never have the time, dude.
Yeah.
I work Monday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday through Sunday. 9.
Well, you got the teaching. So
Yeah, and I work 9 to 8 every day, so I my lessons go pretty late.
Gotcha. All right, so no time for busking.
I wish I did. If I had the moment, I would literally go right now and do it.
Well, when you're teaching kids, it's just as rewarding, or adults, but that's passing it along in a different way. What was the one we talked about last time? We sang it. You did something where we it ended up translating to the news in Boston. I remember. Didn't you do a?
Oh yeah.
It's ringing a bell.
Yeah, you had me. Oh, and you guys are awesome, by the way. I watch your videos a lot. Like when you post them, he's hilarious.
Jeff and I. Yeah.
He has the most.
Jeff Brown.
I wish I had that radio voice.
Yeah.
Like I really did.
Yeah.
You know, people are. Oh my god. Does he practice that? Is that something he practice? Or
No, I will say that's genuine him. Yeah, that's his voice.
I would hire him just to sit by my bed to read me a bedtime story, just so I could fall asleep.
You don't want him at your house.
I mean, you might read that. You might watch this and be like, that guy's creepy.
No, he's a great guy. Actually, some guy, funny story, some guy stopped me. I was playing tennis, and I was meeting my cousin at a middle town place for us. So I think we were playing like North Reading, I think it was.
Yeah.
Just, say equidistant for both of us. And some guy stopped me walking into the tennis courts. He goes, Drew. And I go, hey. Not a town I'm familiar with.
Yep. Recognize you?
And he goes, I watch the videos on Instagram. You and the guy. And I'm like,
That's what's up.
I'm like, Jeff. Yeah, I go, thank you. He goes, yeah, I got to ask you, is he a jerk? And I go,
why do people always gotta? That's like,
Yeah. Well, I was like, no, he's like the greatest guy. He was like, that's the other thing I was thinking. It had to be one or the other. And so I told Jeff that, and he's like, he was so proud. He's like, perfect. People think I'm one or the other. That's outstanding.
That's good.
But,
that's kind of a good.
Yeah, he liked it. But
yeah, you had me kind of come up with something. You had me sing about his wife or something, or his.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it was, and I think I butchered it too, because I remember messing up the name of his wife or something, and you had to correct me.
Oh right,
Yeah.
Jenny. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah, it's funny how that brings back the memory. Yeah. No, he's hilarious. I love working.
Yeah,
with
you
that
guys
guy.
do a bunch of stuff. I'm always like seeing like you guys did that local like artist kind of marketplace or something down in Boston with like the archways and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
Yep.
looked really cute.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
We did, and you know what? That's the recent one was probably Linfield, right? Linfield Marketplace.
Yes, it was Linfield Marketplace.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that place is really cool. I was there just last night actually.
Wow.
We like go hang out there a lot.
That's fun. That's
it's good.
fun.
It's really everything's there.
Concord, really all we have is you want to go by the train tracks and count the homeless people.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Oh no. Or cows,
Or cows. Yes,
Yeah,
or cows.
count the cows.
That's always another thing.
as
too.
previously mentioned.
It's funny. We were driving in Loudon, New Hampshire, and we actually fell in love with Loudon because it's like I shouldn't be saying this on the radio because I don't want people to discover it because it's the most beautiful farmland. If you get off the main road and you just drive, we drive and hike, walk those back roads of Loudon because it's literally like almost like what New Hampshire looked like back then.
Yeah.
It's just kind of lost in time, stuck in time, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's I was thinking when we were just talking about beautiful days actually, rainy weekends.
Don't even tell me about
been
this
weird,
summer.
right?
This summer's been rocky.
You sang about rainy weekends yet?
Oh my god. I do sing about rainy weekends. I can sing. Use another one called Rainy Days. No, but it was a weird summer, dude. I mean, the humidity was brutal, and some of the venues I was playing at were just they would really. I mean, sometimes I don't know. I've been doing this for so long that it's kind of hard to sugarcoat some things, but it's hard for some venues for me to get into them because. There was this one in particular this year that happened to me, and every time I play there on a 100-degree heat day, he stuck me on the roof.
Oh God.
No fan.
Oh,
no,
come on.
nothing. I literally was like, I'm taking my shirt off. I was playing
Yeah.
like, shirtless. I mean, I probably lost 20 pounds.
Oh,
Like
my
it was.
goodness.
Yeah, it was bad. And musicians, we get that all the time.
Yeah.
No one talks about it because it's a very voodoo thing.
Yeah.
It's very voodoo, and you have to be very careful with the way you say it.
Just in general of being taken care of. Or,
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you really...
lack of caring, I should say.
Like, we got you this corner. Have fun.
Yeah, you're on your own.
And it's like this tiny little corner. And meanwhile, the venues are over-serving, and it's like, oh, my God, it's a disaster.
You know what really bothers me is like a million TVs on.
Or there's one behind you with a game salon,
oh.
and it's like, really? Like, you could have just shut that off.
Exactly. The one TV here you
Yeah.
couldn't shut off.
I remember I used to think that people would be paying attention.
Yeah, and they'd be looking over your head.
They'd be looking over my head, and I was like, wow, I'm really getting the room involved. And the next thing you know, they would all start clapping in the middle of a song.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Yeah. Bass hit.
ah, dang it.
Yeah. That's the one that gets me is the TVs.
Yeah.
And it's because I've seen it's like some of my buddies have come in here. They're just unbelievable talents, and like they'll go play some of these places that like I'm like, we got to get you a different room because I can't watch you there anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's like disrespectful. It's like I don't know.
There's things that you go through that, whether it's with booking agencies or anything like that. You just again, they're doing this for so long that I've kind of like, you know what, it's okay if I don't play as like I used to like 8 years ago. I was doing like every gig a day, 3 gigs a day. and it was fun, but you learn a lot.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about the value of your time, the value of your work, you know, and how people respect you, you know.
Yeah, don't get taken advantage of.
Yeah, you don't really want to, and that doesn't. It's a two-way street in a lot of venues, and if you're listening to this and watching this, like a lot of venues don't realize that if you treat your entertainment poorly, it comes back to you.
Yeah.
So very badly.
Yeah.
I mean, I stopped playing at Rome's because my fans just didn't want to go because they're just like, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
Like kind of what you were saying. Like
No,
I need to go see you in a different Rome.
That is definitely
you know?
true. Yeah.
And that's a lot. That's a lot of
It
places.
is. And eventually you stop playing there, and chances are you probably tell people why you didn't like the room when they ask, right?
I don't. I'm very like kind of how I am right now. I'm very vague, so I
Yeah.
don't say names. I don't say anything like that.
If somebody were to ask you though, you would.
And if I wasn't on air,
Yes. No, I'm not asking you to say anything right now, but I just mean like if you're like you know
Yeah.
musician friends like, hey, is this place a good gig for you?
oh yeah,
You'd
I'll
say
tell them.
no.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, but you know, there's some musicians that you know, like my musician friends that are just starting off.
Yeah.
I tell them like, hey, take the gig, like
Yeah.
do it. Just be careful.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you stay stern and you have fun. You
Yeah.
know? Just don't let them take advantage.
And you learn stuff in tough rooms too, right? I mean, it probably did make you stronger, even though you don't prefer it.
Yeah, yeah. It's great because you can kind of figure out like how to work a room, and that's why I'm able to do what I do now. That's why I can
Yeah.
just ad lib and just kind of just have fun because
Yeah.
it's allowed me to do that.
So you cried several nights, but it was worth it.
Oh, I weep, man. I weep. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to work at McDonald's.
Oh, you know what I noticed halfway through that last song, and it didn't cross my mind until now. I guess it's just something I don't think about when I'm sitting across.
I'm lefty.
You're lefty.
Yeah.
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 You and Paul McCartney.
Yeah. And Kurt Cobain.
Yep. Yeah, I bet you know them all.
Joe Sambo, never forget about you, buddy. Joe Sambo, he's lefty, but he takes a righty and he flips it upside down and plays it that way.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't realize that's way harder because you have to reverse your strumming.
Yeah.
So instead of doing down, I would have to strum up to
Yeah.
make it sound normal. It's so weird.
That is weird. Is it has it only helped you in professional life, or has it hurt because there's
Being lefty?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's helped me. You know, a lot of you know, especially at gigs when guys come up and they're like, "Can I play your guitar?" I'm like, "Sure." And then they just look at it and they're like, "Dang it! Maybe next time. Maybe next time. I'll bring my righty for you."
I love that you went to the New Hampshire voice on that one. Oh, that is funny. All right, well, man.
Do we have a New Hampshire voice? Do I have a New Hampshire voice?
Well, you're kind of. It feels a little like North Dakota to me too. You know, like the Fargo thing. It's a little. You're kind of doing a little.
Fargo wagon, yes. Oh yeah, tortillas.
Exactly. I think you got a little flair of that in there, but I mean, yeah.
It's probably doing all the impersonations I do.
Yeah. You've hit on a lot of them today.
I have. I gotta let people know though.
Yeah.
I'm writing 3 books.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
one of the reasons why I was really excited to come on this.
Why?
'Cause I was like,
Not just one, 3.
Yeah, so I'm writing 3 novels right now, and they're all horror. So they're all
Are
like
they like a trilogy or unrelated?
unrelated, no, unrelated. Yeah.
Well, how do you bounce around from book to book?
I have it all bulleted and everything. I have a regiment. So like on Monday I'm gonna write 1 chapter of this book. On Tuesday I'll write 1 chapter of this book. On Thursday I'll write 1 chapter of this book.
Can I ask? And it seems obvious.
Yeah.
But why not just finish one book and then move on to the next one?
Because I have so many ideas.
Okay.
I'm like,
I kind of thought that was the
I'm
answer.
like ADD, dude. Like the more you get to know me, I'm like a chipmunk. So
Gotcha.
it's hard for me to just sit and do one thing at a time, because then my brain will start to type that story, and I'm like, oh, I just came up with another idea for this book.
That is hilarious.
So, oh wait, I came up with another idea for this book. So I'm like hopping back, and I've mentioned to Christina, she's like my queen, she's my rock. She always like takes my previous chapter and be like, yeah, you butchered that. Yeah, she proofread everything, make sure it's good. So
that is hilarious.
I haven't really been posting much or really doing anything, because I feel like I've been kind of taking like almost like a different route with myself of living life and just having fun, growing as a human being.
Yep.
And through that, I mean, I've been trying to find like a publicist, like social media, like people. I've gone through 2 of them because they don't do what I need.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just need someone to make my posts, because I work 4 jobs now. So it gets to the point where I'm like, I just need someone to do like the social media stuff for me. And so that's where I'm like,
That'd be great. I need one of those people.
like an assistant almost. And I'm not cheaping out too. Like I offer some pretty good numbers and margins, and I don't understand. If I was someone that knew how to do social media, I would do it because it's easy work. You sit at your house and all you do is you make a couple posts.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah. So a lot of things are happening right now. Hopefully next year I get everything kind of
Well,
more
good
organized.
luck on the books, man. That's exciting.
Appreciate that, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
Where can people? I'm assuming books and music are all going to kind of come out at the same Instagram handles and all that. Or?
Yep. Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff.
Cool.
And
Tell people the handle too, just so you.
yeah. So if you guys want to find me, whether it be whether it's any social media, you just search up LU space NH space music.
Lou, New Hampshire music.
It stands for Love and Unity. We need more of it.
Ah, love that. You want to play us out with one?
Yeah. Give me a
It's a good day to play
a song.
We're gonna do. All right. Want to do like Boston?
Oh,
Boring? Is that boring? You get that on us?
Boston. No, I've never actually done a Boston one.
Okay.
I was singing on Boston Street, singing my little tunes, watching the people shuffle to work. And I thought to myself, why don't I get a job? Then I realized I hated working so much. So I wanna sing my tunes, I wanna sing them to you. I want to be on Boston Street. And after I perform, we can get a few drinks, watch the Red Sox try to get somewhere. Of the city sometimes speak to me. Oh, well, I don't care where we go. Oh, sometimes Boston feels like home. We can skip around Chinatown. We can learn the best food is around. Just be careful that you don't get some things lost. To my girl, you know what I'm talking about. I don't care where we go. We can go somewhere down the road, see where it goes. Oh, I love the city lights. I don't mind doing the drive. Oh, why don't we go to Boston now? Go to Boston now. Take the train in. We can take the T. Find whatever which way. Get to the seats. Oh, just you and me. Thank you so much for having me on today.
Outstanding. Well done, Lou.
Much so. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Drew. Thank you to the staff out there. You guys are fantastic.
Awesome. I didn't thank my crew today, so I'm going to actually take 2 seconds at the end. Thank you, May Power, Sarah Hayden, and who else is here today? I think there's more today.
There's no puppy.
Was there a puppy last time?
There was a dogger. There was a dog. What happened?
Oh, yeah. Was that my dog?
No.
Or Sarah's dog?
Sarah's dog.
Sarah's dog, yeah. There's not always dogs here.
That was the only reason why I came today.
I'm so sorry. If I remembered that there was a dog here last time for you, I would have done it. You know what I should do? Before I let you leave, I should. My mom's gonna yell at me if you don't do the impression. Can I hear the Sinatra impression?
Oh.
Or do you not do that in public?
I can, but I mean it's a radio, so
okay.
I could do it for you.
It's not just a singing impression. Okay.
No, it's a singing.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
You actually can't do it if you're not all done up for it, can you?
No, I'm not shaved too. I have to be shaved. Like it really is weird. I have to wear the fedora, the hat, the suit, the whole 9 yards.
Oh man.
I even have like the.
So the voice doesn't even come out until you do it.
No.
Wow.
No, it doesn't come out until I have that drink in my hand. And I'm like, I'm ready.
That's hilarious. Maya Gassman. I saw Maya in there too. Thank you, Maya. So that's our small but mighty crew. I like ending. Could you just play me something, a little chords or something?
Yeah.
I like a little momentum on the way out.
You're gonna take me to dinner after, right?
Don't let people treat you like this, right? That's what we talked about bar owners. Thank you. Lou out of Concord, New Hampshire. He's the best. We have so much fun with him. And go check him out. Go see him playing all around New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Go find him, and maybe he'll even sing about you. Thanks, Lou. We'll see you next time, everybody, live at Drew's house.